Jack 10 offsuit, another decent 3-betting spot. If any of these three guys in front of me raise, I think again, outside the calling range, but a decent hand, especially if Xblago raises. He actually has this kind of size stack that could call a 3-bet. Anyway, I don't know why I brought my Hold'em manager up. So I did decide to 3-bet, and I made it the same exact size as before. Oh, I know why. I wanted to show you guys a session I played. Right before I started recording this video, I was actually playing PLO all day, and I was down like 3 buy-ins the entire time I was playing for like 3 hours, and I ended up sucking out on like my last hand and quitting right so I could start the video. Anyway, I get shoved on by the big blind, who has about 23 big blinds, and I don't think I can call with Jack 10 offsuit. Just not getting a good enough price against somebody who has probably a tight range in that spot. And I decided to show you guys the hand. 3 weeks ago, Daut is very proud of sucking out for 3 buy-in or 5 buy-in pot. All right, enough PLO. This is a tournament video. Get this out of here. All right, get this out of here too. So if you notice, I like to keep these like info pages up just to see how close we are to the money. If I recall correctly, in the warm-up, the 540 people cash. In the 100 rebuy, about 130 cash usually. So we're not too close to the money here. And in the million, we just started. But I like to really pay attention to how many people cash and how far away from cashing we are, because I think it really matters a lot in terms of how you should play. Because cashing is pretty important, and more important than people think. Okay, so I raise the button and I get rebet to 4x by this guy who basically just clicked it back on XY Penizer before. So he made it a little bit larger here. So my read was that I thought he kind of wanted me to fold a little more than he wanted X Penizer to fold. So just plugging into a fold equity calculator. Let's see here. King of clubs, 10 of diamonds, and I'll give him 8% because I think he'll have some value. He'll have value hands like 9s and 8s here, and he'll be shoving his smaller pairs most likely. So I'm about 33%. So let's plug in 33% for equity. The pot size right now is 9,000, and I'm facing a bet of 2,300. And it looks like I need him to fold 44% of the time to make this a profitable all-in. So I clicked on his stats real fast, and it looks like he's 3-betting 10% from the big blind. So that makes it fairly close, but I think he actually does 3-bet quite a bit from late position in general, and this 10% is all hands in the big blind. It also takes into account when people are raising under the gun, so I think he's much less likely to do it there, and much more likely to do it against the button. So he's probably 3-betting around 20% in this spot. So I think it's definitely a plus CB shove. So I decided to put the money in, and we get a fold. And when I'm doing that, I really like to try to keep uniform timing. I try to let my time bank ticker go down right to before when the actual time bank starts getting used up before I shove, so that I have a good 25-30 seconds to think about my tougher spots, and when I have value hands, I let it sit about 20 seconds or so that I stay balanced in terms of my timing. I think that's a pretty important aspect of tournament play. There'll be lots of situations where you have close spots and you want to think about it. So you gotta think about it when you don't have a close spot as well.